The National Grassroots Youth Coalition for Good Governance has organized a one-day roundtable and media parley to appraise the current political situation in Nigeria. The event, which was held at Day Spring Hotel, Wuse Zone 6, Abuja, was attended by civil society organizations, CSOs, youth association clubs, women groups, media and political fora. Participants interfaced with the Director General of the Institute for Governance and Leadership Studies in Africa, Abuja, and Executive Director of Initiative for Community Development, Kano. At the end of the meeting, they discovered that the current unstable political situation in the country demands urgent attention from all stakeholders, particularly the youth. They resolved that the political leadership with the involvement of youth in governance is critical to political stability and the survival of the democracy, especially at party level. Participants unanimously endorsed and supported the aspiration of Saliu Mustafa as national chairman of the APC and Peter Omorayole Oputu as national youth leader to emulate the gesture of the opposition party that elected Muhammadu Suleiman Kadade as PDP national youth leader a few months ago. Our reporter has more.
Youths are said to be the leaders of tomorrow, and that tomorrow is now. The event had over 70 different political members from across the 36 states, including the FCT, who said youths must be allowed to participate in politics and hold political offices. This was highlighted by Dr. Kabir Kura. He stated the need for there to be an all-youth and women inclusive political atmosphere, where they can be actively involved in decision-making, both socially, economically, politically, and financially.
And discuss within ourselves. Let us find a lasting solution whereby inclusion, by allowing the youth, the women to partake in the political office holding in this our great nation. It had happened before. When in the early days of Nigeria as a country, whereby we have people like the Enahoros, the Awolos, the Azikwes, the Mala Aminu Kanos, coming down to Shagari era, coming down to Abiola and so many other eras, until now, where we have Babu Buhari on seat. They have all participated. Earlier, those at the early ages of their lives, ministers were formed at the age of 20-something, 30-something. But now, Nigeria, maybe you have to be above 60-something years before you can be called a youth leader. Let us move Nigeria forward by allowing the youth to be part and parcel of the governance of our nation.
The Director General, Institute for Governance and Leadership Studies in Africa, IGLSA, Dr. Lanre Adebayo, praised President Buhari for making sure that all government institutions have youths and women occupying sensitive positions.
What have they done in terms of implementing the manifesto of the party? To what extent are they affecting positively the lives of our young ones? How much youth-centered programs are they implemented? These are the things we can make to happen if we join political parties, if we support young ones to assume leadership positions in political parties.
He further gave insights into precautions and way forward for youths and women who intend to effectively take over the political space.
They are organizing their conventions. Let us support the ones who are young. Because if the president is going to be somebody above 60, we need to have chairman of the party who will be below. So that it will be a generational kind of collaboration with the young ones and the elder ones. Because we still need the elders' wisdom to guide us anyway. But if we have a window, please let us look for the young ones to lead and to lead. Having said that, I also want to urge our women, our mothers, no matter how young a lady is, she's our mother. Because by nature, they have been given that power to determine our generation. We also need to appreciate them, we need to encourage them, and create a niche for them to be involved in leadership. There's nothing wrong in having women chairmen of political parties. Nothing wrong. It's just that we need to work on it. It's not something that happens overnight. We have Amazons all over the place, women who are strong. We need to encourage them.
Speaking with newsmen, aspirant of APC Youth Zonal Leader Northwest, Jibril Seze, said it's time for youth to stand up and be responsible, that the Nigerian youth and women are beyond capable of assuming any political office and thrive. While the representative for Women Alliance for a Better Tomorrow, Labatu Ishak, lent her voice on behalf of women in the political space.
As young people, the best we can do is to identify, support, and promote somebody within our generation, and that must start now because we barely don't have time. The convention that is coming, I'm speaking for my party. The convention that is forthcoming, APC, is more of a foundation for us to excel if truly we want. But the best we can do is to participate. We must see every little opportunity as an opportunity to launch an attack. What I mean by attack to contest for political offices. Start from there, and unless we do that, the further generation cannot see the qualities in us. And like I've said on the platform, as young people, the people who want to go from busy organizing intellectual events, while unfortunately people of my generation are there doing a series of serious activities, watching things that are happening that are very practical. So this should be enough. It's enough. We must rise to our responsibilities.
I am very sure we have youths that are ready for it. Because from the way, from the posters we've seen, from the programs held by the youth, we know they are ready for it. Because the youth have been used to do what they are not supposed to do. Because they have abilities to lead, they have ability to be governors, they have the ability to be president, but they are not being given the privilege to do that. So I think youth are very ready for this.
With the youth that are more than 70% of the entire population, we'll try our best to see that we bring them on board now that the Not Too Young to Run bill is there. Everybody is allowed, the youth are allowed. Even some old people now are coming to say they want to contest. But we want the youth to take the gauntlet.
It didn't just happen. Whatever it is that the youths are complaining about, the women as well, being relegated to the background, and many others, didn't just happen. So it will take a critical mass. It will take a whole struggle. It's a revolution that has started, as far as I'm concerned, but how can we sustain it? So let's take it further. In our smaller groups, as we go back, let's see how we also engage with the youth and ensure that we drive this message. We press in their hearts a stronger resolve to make sure that what we are doing is not as we did in the past, where we just came on board and then as we went on, we were distracted.
The event also had a roundtable discussion where questions were raised, solutions given, and the next line of action was approved towards the inclusiveness of women and youths in politics. From Abuja, Margaret Mary Osuji, MLT TV.